Hello, and hello. I am the S.O.C.K, aka the real Death's End is the friends we made along the way. And today we're getting right back into the 21st session of Death's End. Before we start, the recap always comes up first so we can sort everything out. And it has been a couple weeks since our last session, so go ahead, Uzi.
No.
Well, the people need to know.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I just needed to eat some Sour Patch candies. Alright. On the last episode of Death's End, Izumi wants to take up the mantle as the Uchiha heir, being the big U, as one would say. She has the U card. So she went to Nanako Shimura, who is Uzi's mother and also the current head of the Shimura clan, and asked her what she should do. She suggested that to be seen as an actual clan head, she would need to get a majority vote for her. The ones that were for Izumi being the new clan head and kind of leading that were the Aburame, the Usuri, and the Inuzuka. The Usuri being the bear people. Those that were neutral were the Senju clan, though, if I remember correctly, that's mostly just because Moten is a bitch and he is very scared of Izumi. The Hatsuki clan, Akamichi, and the Yamanakas are 50-50, between neutral and against. And the ones that were strictly against were the Hyuga, Nara, and Konjiki. Yeah.
Nice. You can go ahead and I'll give you a will of fire for that one. I didn't expect you to actually. I didn't expect to actually give you to give such a cohesive recap off the top. You know, being put on the spot.
This is why I have my notes. 3 wills of fires, baby.
Rounding out.
We also did talk about that at a good bit of length after. So
yeah. So I think you. You have 2 will of fires right now, my friend. Because you got to start with one at a session. But aside from that, just rounding out the rest of the recap for what happened, other than that stuff, the players were dealing with the aftermath and the consequences of their trip to Yomi. Izumi was quote-unquote haunted by a hallucination formed out of her guilt from smoking that sage bliss back in session 15. The group was scolded by Izumi's mother, Sayuri Kuru, and they had a quote-unquote breakfast that was made by her as well. Which kind of begs the question of what was worse between the scolding and the eldritch monstrosity that is Sayuri's cooking. Gabriela went to find her adopted father Elkira to hash out their issues in the most Gabriela and Elkira way, which is brutal combat, because who needs therapy when you can beat your loved ones to near death?
Yeah.
While that was happening, like Uzi said, Uzi and Izumi went to go talk to Nanako Shimura to discuss what steps they need to take for her to become a clan head. And the group met back up and got grounded again after Sayuri found the sage bliss that Gabriela bought from Shin Uzumaki. And we ended the session with Gabriela and Izumi trying to play matchmaker between Elkira and Sayuri. And that's where we pick up. So let me actually switch you guys to Izumi's house map. I don't have this shit organized at all on my Roll20.
We love unorganized DMs.
It's just 50 different maps all in one location.
That seems correct.
When the DM's unorganized but great storyteller, you know they're a true DM and the great DM.
Is it like the Asian market where when everything's on the floor, you know it's a good shop?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
S.O.C.K, this is the new compliment. You are the Asian store of the ends.
You know, I'm gonna put that down as my next nickname for my next session, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So, picking up where we left off, you guys are grounded. Mega grounded, actually. Sayuri has had you guys cleaning and doing any chores she could come up with to satiate her rage. That's including you too, Uzi. So you don't live here, so she made you do extra chores, and he's not athletic, so she's making you carry piles of clothes and stuff like that, just laundry. She can't technically ground you since you don't live here and stuff, but she does make you stay for dinner though.
Yeah, that's worse. That's worse.
The best part? What you talking about?
Yeah, you guys are sitting around the table in the kitchen. You're now having dinner. Laying before you is steak and potatoes. However, the steak is pretty much raw in the center, but on the outside it's like very overcooked and dry. And the potatoes have absorbed too much water from being overboiled, so as soon as you cut into them, they kind of fall apart in a watery, like mushy mess.
Gabrielle eats with a smile on her face.
Is anybody talking about anything? Wait, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna say that Uzi will eat it, not with a smile on his face. You know, you gotta be polite. You eat the food. You can complain about it another time when the reincarnation of death isn't sitting on the other side of the table.
All right. Well, before I continue, like I was saying, is anybody talking about anything while you're having dinner and stuff?
Izumi's lost in thought.
All right. Well,
would Gabrielle be fully healed by this point?
No.
No? Okay. Still bruised here and there?
Yeah, you're covered in bruises and scrapes and cuts and all that sort of stuff.
Gabrielle's smile on her face as she eats. This meal is wonderful. Thank you very much. It's as good as always.
It's just every time you chew, your bruised jaw is just like, it's like a chew, like, ow, ow. Like every time you're just moving around and stuff. Kind of a silent dinner. Sayuri's not saying much either. And as you guys, finish dinner, you guys are getting ready to leave, or go to your room, and then Uzi's getting ready to leave and stuff. Sayuri kind of stops you guys real quick because she says she wants to say something to you guys. Hold up. Is this loud for you guys?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
It's way louder for me on mine. Let me just turn my computer down. Sorry. Yeah, so there's a look of concern on Sayuri's face as she looks at your wings, Izumi, and she kneels down and she's trying to like lighten the mood from the oppressive aura she had been giving off all evening and stuff. She kind of like runs her hand along your the black wing a little bit, and she is just like, first off for you, Izumi, you gotta tell me what's going on with the wings. Like, admittedly, they do look adorable, but when I first saw them, I wanted to get a picture taken or something, but I was also very horrified.
My working theory comes down to is more of a side effect of I don't know what to call it, but a side effect of the thing.
That's why I told you you can't. That's why I told you you can't indulge in whatever sort of power that thing offers you. But most of all, you gotta talk to me, okay? I appreciate that. She takes out the written report you made. She says, "I appreciate the written report you wrote, but I'm not your commander or your Hokage. I'm your mother." And you still has small tears welling up in her eye, and she looks at the rest of you guys and she's like, and to the rest of you, I don't care what you have to say because as far as I'm concerned, you're my children too. You've already been indoctrinated into the family, so no more questions. Um, yeah, she's just trying to like cheer you guys up, that sort of thing, because she knows she intimidated you guys earlier. And you see that out of nowhere though, she kind of just starts crying. Um, and she's just kind of like her voice is trembling a little bit when she's just like, I'm just I'm just so scared, you know. You all are strong, but you're my babies. I wake up every day terrified for you, and you're all so kind, and the world isn't like that. It's not the way you think it is, and it just feels like every piece of me, my soul, everything and every person I've ever held has ended up stained with blood. Except for you three. Can't be you two. Azumi, when you were born and I held you in my arms, that was the first time I felt strong, so please be careful, okay? I wouldn't be able to take it if something happened to you.
Don't mind me as I roll something real quick.
She's like running her hands through you guys' hair and everything, kind of like ruffling your hair and stuff.
Yeah, Zumi just tries. Yeah, Zumi does the same.
As Gabriela and Azumi give her a hug, she says, Uzi, come here.
Fine, fine.
And she just kind of go ahead.
Yeah, no, he's reluctant, but he'll do it.
Yeah, Uzi, as you
it's the polite thing to do.
Uzi, as you reluctantly, go into the group hug and everything. Sayuri just kind of like, you forget how strong she is and that she is a former Jonin. That she like, the air kind of gets like knocked out of you for a second, and she just squeezes all three of you and stuff. But yeah, she eventually lets you go and everything. Uzi, as you're walking out, Sayuri does yell behind you that she still is mad at you.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, Uzi makes his way out. Are Gabriela and Azumi doing anything in particular before you go to sleep, or is the night just passing?
Gabriel will help. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
You go first.
No, I'm picking randomly. Azumi, what are you doing?
Okay.
We're not doing this. You hang up. No, you hang up.
That's funny. But Izumi would be mostly thinking to herself. At some point, she would have grabbed like a little notebook just to start writing out her thoughts, as her mind is between a few topics, so she's doing nothing in specific.
What was that roll that you made? Think about it.
That was a wisdom save for if she was about to bawl her eyes out.
Okay.
But no, she was able to be strong.
Yeah, this like Sayuri's definitely gotten emotional plenty of times ever since you said you wanted to become a shinobi, but it is noteworthy that was like probably the first time where you've seen her actually get like legitimately like torn up, that sort of deal. Which is understandable because if your child told you, hey, I went into one of the most dangerous places in all of the shinobi nations and we parlayed with a cartel boss, then I feel like most parents would be fairly upset.
But, you know, just casually striking up a deal with Al Capone. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You know, it's not crazy.
It's just Al Capone. Relax.
But yeah, what about you, Gabriela? Is Gabriela just nursing her wounds as she goes to sleep?
She'll help her new mom, I guess. Her new mom to clean up the kitchen stuff before going to tend to her wounds.
All right. Well, we just kind of get this compilation view of Azumi. I think you said you were writing down some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the night passing with Azumi and Azumi at her desk writing again, and Gabriela's just bandaging her wounds and all that sort of stuff. Sayuri would definitely come in to help you with that, specifically Gabriela.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna switch to Uzi real quick though.
I'm gonna get kidnapped.
We switched to Uzi getting jumped on the way home.
Yep, no, he just...
They can't jump me, I have unlimited fishes!
The 7 mist swordsmen pop out of the ground, Joe. No,
oh, fuck!
Zabuza himself is staring.
All jokes aside...
even worse, it's Edo Sabuza.
Oh, fuck.
All
you had a chance before.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, go on.
No, you're all good. In all seriousness, Uzi, as you make your way back home, you actually have a very scenic walk as the full moon in the sky shines down. And like I've said, the Leaf Village is known as the Village of Lights. It's not a fancy name that was given. It's just it's called the Village of Lights because plenty of the architecture is meant to complement and reflect the various colors from the surrounding environment in the sky. You can tell the buildings on this block were made by architects from the Senju clan because the reflective parts of the roofs are kind of styled like trees. So you see a whole city block full of roofs that reflect the starlight as if the trees are made of stars. As you're making your way back home, I want you to make me a little perception check.
I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, okay, straight D20, got it. When do not have... No, I have plus 1d4 from my gun!
The bird is flying above you. You notice too late that it took a deuce. I'm sorry, that's all.
16! It's pretty
16. In 1 second. Sorry,
but you didn't add your...
You see 2 birds!
So it actually would have been a 17 because you have to add your +1.
I don't have a +1.
Oh.
Oh, you have a 0 perception?
Yeah, it's 0 wisdom.
Yeah, I like the detail that you gave for the reason why Uzi has super low perception is because super low perception but super high investigation is that he already assumes that he knows where everything is.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he perception is passive, which like if he's looking for something he'll find it, but if it's just like random ass things going on around him, he will not notice. Does mean that he can't do any sort of illusions, which I do think is hilarious. And very accurately, he cannot survive in the woods. Which is also
Makes sense.
We've proven.
Yeah, we've proven.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
make your way across the one of the rival bridges. The reason why they're called the rival bridges is because it's rumored that before the Leaf Village was officially built, that the river that runs through the Leaf Village, those 2 bridges that you see on the map right there, it's rumored that Kohima Senju, the founder of the Senju clan, and Yoshitomo Uchiha the First, the founder of the Uchiha clan, both stood on either side of the bridges and made their first agreement to ally with each other, thus building the city around that location where they made their first agreement. You make your way across, and what was that, a 16?
Yeah.
For your perception check. So, you notice a slight buzzing sound behind you.
Yeah.
And you turn around and you see a couple of bees and wasps that are trailing you, and they eventually fly away once you notice them. As you round the corner, you hear Yubuta Abarame's voice as she's talking to a man, and this is before you round the corner. You just hear them. You hear the man's voices. He's like, "Excuse me, young lady. I'm about to close. Actually, you've been holding up this stand for 30 minutes." And you hear Yubitsu's voice. Like, pipe down, pipe down. He's gonna be here any minute.
God damn.
You turn the corner and you see Yubuta very quote unquote inconspicuously leaning on the wall next to like a newspaper stand as she's like very clearly pretending to read a newspaper. You've never seen her read a newspaper before in your life. She's pretending to be very interested in it as she looks up and sees you and is like, Uzi, I didn't even know you were gonna be here.
Hey, you better.
She starts walking up to you, and yeah, I'll run with the perception check that you had before. You notice as you're walking forwards, the ground looks a little bit strange, and do you just like step over it, like the section of the ground that was like in front of you?
It's looking strange. Wait, it feels strange.
Yeah, it has a little bit of like a. You know what the air looks like when it's like a heat mirage, that sort of situation when it's a lot of heat, so it has like a rippling sort of appearance to it. That's what the ground. That's what the ground before you looks like. Like picture if someone made like a grass trap, and they tried to like inconspicuously cover it over with it. But in this case, instead of grass, it's like the ground. There's like a patch of ground that looks almost like watery.
He'll carefully step forward, like. If he can notice when it changes, he's going to like take a reserved step on top of it.
You take a reserved step on top of it, kind of like lightly tapping your foot, and you feel your foot like stick onto the ground like heavily. You're able to like pull your foot away since you didn't like fully step on top of it with that successful perception check. But as that happens, the ground, you see Yubuta kind of claps her hands a little bit approvingly, and she's like, I see you haven't lost your edge. And the ground, the ripple disappears, and you see just a clump of chakra-enriched honey on the ground.
Yeah, no. Why would I?
Well, we haven't done our usual. We used to do, pranks around the city all the time and stuff. I just wanted to make sure you're still sharp.
I do miss that. It's been a lot of not that recently. Oof.
Yeah. This specifically, this is a new little trick I learned since I've been in Shinobi boot camp and stuff. She basically explains that she can disguise her chakra honey as like the appearance of like surrounding terrain now, so she can camouflage it. That's something she's learned recently. She says, since I ran into you and everything, I actually have a little bit of an issue that I kind of need some help with. Do you mind before you get home and stuff?
Sure. It shouldn't take too long, right?
Yeah. It's not it was kind of a spur of the moment sort of thing, so it's not anything sort of not anything crazy.
That feels like a lie.
When have I ever been known to lie?
I don't think I have enough time to list all of the times.
Anyways, she grabs her hand and starts walking. As you're walking, you see a long line in like a street, and as you turn onto the street, you see a pop-up dumpling stand. Hold on one second. Uno momento, I realized I didn't have some of the stuff open.
Crazy, how dare you?
Alright, I got it. You see a pop-up dumpling stand for Ichiro's dumpling stand. So there's a couple of different ones, but this is one of the ones in particular that you would have like gone to before. That's like a favorite in the city. And she's just like, oh, I didn't even realize this was one of your favorite dumpling stands and everything. I figured, it's a pop-up stand, so we might as well stop by it, right?
He gives like a He gives like a soft laughter as her obvious attempt at lying. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely random and everything.
Yeah, I mean, what are the chances that one of your favorite places pops up right here? So let's just get in line.
Alright, Yubuta, that's fine.
You can tell she's very excited to like talk to you because it's been a while. She's been in Shinobi boot camp for a little while and everything, so that's why she hasn't. You guys haven't talked as much recently and stuff. You know, with you being in school as
Yeah.
well too.
She's been in boot camp. I've been in hell, and then Yomi.
Yeah, both of you have been in hell in various different ways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's also not the most athletic, like physically and everything, so she's just like extremely sore, like walking around and stuff. She's kind of just like talking your head off about like her different experiences and everything, and asking you about school. I think while you're standing in line, she just kind of you guys are like really close and you've known each other for a while, so she kind of picks up and is like, "Hey, Uzi, you just kind of are you all right? You seem a little bit, I don't know, like stressed about something."
It's been a lot of stuff recently. Schoolwork. I mean, you know how Gabriel gets. It's a hassle in itself.
She kind of looks at you curiously for a second, and she's just like, "It's just school, though. I don't know. I don't want to pry or anything like that. I don't know. It seems like a little bit more." Like, kind of nervously rubs her arm.
Yeah. I mean, that and some, guess you can call it clan business that I not really allowed to talk about. It's fine. It's just some information from my mom regarding the clan.
Well, I mean, try not to stress yourself out too much, you know?
Giving me my own advice.
You know, it is funny how things come full circle.
Yeah. I'll make sure not to.
Well, I know Uzi is kind of like a surprise me sort of person, so you can roll me a D8 to see what type of dumplings that you get here.
Don't be vegan. Don't be vegan. Don't be vegan.
I hope you get the vegan one.
Fuck, that looks like vegan.
A 9. Let's see here. Oh no, not a D10, a D8.
Oh shit. You got the extras. You got on the secret menu actually.
You get everything.
You get the everything dumpling. Holy shit, that sounds horrendous.
Sounds horrifying.
I should make that as a thing that nobody buys.
As someone who loves dumplings, I sound mortified from that.
Okay, you know who would order it? Me too.
Indeed. It's too bad that
you would not be able. It sucks that he's still in Yomi, presumably.
Yeah, he is still missing, but that's besides the point. Luckily, you actually got the one that I had written down on the international cookbook document. So you get bark root dumplings. So these dumplings are filled with diced venison, like deer meat, essentially.
I love venison.
Bark root shavings and a plant called pepper leaf. So bark root is like a ginger-looking type plant that grows beneath old trees and absorbs the minerals from like decaying wood and stuff. And pepper leaf is a sweet, like tasting mint leaf that grows in like moisture-rich environments. It's not like heavy mint leaf, just like for reference for the taste and stuff, but it's a very hearty and savory sort of flavor with as like a slight crunch from the bark root shavings and stuff. And that balances out with like the sweetness from the pepper leaf and all that.
You had me at venison, man. And then it just kept getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds like something Uzi would enjoy.
Yeah, it is
so fucking good.
It is very delicious, and Yubuta, she usually goes for like a sweet and sour sort of thing. That's like her favorite flavor of stuff. So she gets She gets a couple for herself and then a couple for her bees and wasps and stuff. So people are very in like the surrounding tables around the pop-up stand. You see like people are just like scattering in fear from like the wasps and bees and stuff like that on the table.
Then you see a few wasp and bees stealing the now left behind food back onto their plate.
Honestly, yeah. To be quite honest.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
And if there are any customers loudly like making insults about the bugs and everything, she gets very sensitive about her bugs. So you see that she uses her camouflage hunting to make it so they can't get up out of their seat.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I love this character.
Yubuta says, "All right, well now that we've eaten and everything, do you want to make our way to It's just like a little thing I needed help with, that sort of thing."
Yeah, and this wasn't the thing. This was just randomly pop-up stand that we just happened to show up at.
Yeah, we obviously you have to take your luck when you get it, right?
Yeah, of course.
She's just chatting with you and all that sort of stuff, and you guys turn onto a street and you see trying to think about the best way to describe it. It's one of those like rec center sort of deals. I'm trying to figure out what they would call it in like this type of setting, but essentially it's like a rec center where they have like different events and stuff. And you see a recreational center where there's like community events and stuff. You see on the front board is a puppet making class. And she's like, "Oh, there's a puppet making class. That's really interesting." And then you see like the person that's standing at the front of the event, like a guard or like a security guard. He's like, "Yes, I have a reservation for 2 tickets for Yubuta Abarame," and she shuts him up immediately. It's like, like, "Oh, I just Yubuta pulls some tickets out of her pocket." And she's like, I forgot I even had these in my pocket. I think I got these from a cereal box." We might as well walk in and everything. This is in the same area, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Either way, Yubuta.
As you're walking with that successful perception check you made earlier, you're able to look into you see Yubuta's like looking past your shoulder for a second. And do you remember Ikatai Dose, the scam artist from session 2? One of Gabriela's friends?
Yes, I do actually. God damn it.
Yeah, you see her.
She's the conspiracist.
Yeah, she's hiding in a bush and she's giving Yubuta a thumbs up and everything. And when Ikatai sees that you see her, she ducks back into the bush.
How many people were in this plan?
But yeah, you guys go into it's a nice actual like puppet making class. It's from a resident from. DM has to pull up his notes.
Sonagakure?
Give me 1 second. It's one of the provinces.
Oh, okay.
Yep, this is one of the provinces from the Hidden Mist, or a representative from a province of the Hidden Mist. It's from a province called the Land of Dreams. It's one of the Mist Village's territories. They're actually known for having like expert puppeteers and stuff, and they sell like like toy makers and like puppet ninja, all that sort of stuff, or ninja puppets. I mean, but you can see this guy is like very clearly like a novice that barely knows what he's doing. Like compared to your expertise, this is almost like grating to see an art form that you've dedicated your shinobi combat style to just being desecrated by this very clear guy who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I know exactly the feeling you're describing.
Yeah, he's trying to teach everybody, but it just seems like all the other people are not really getting what he's saying, and their puppets are kind of like splintering and falling apart and stuff. Yubuta's trying to get it down, but she can see she's struggling.
I want to try and guide her to how you would actually do it. Is that a crafting check?
No, I mean this is your little class is puppeting in, so you don't need to make a roll to teach somebody. Yeah. You're teaching Yubuta.
Just had to check.
eventually all of the other people that are like participating and learning in the class and stuff and start hearing you give lessons to Yubuta, and they all start listening to you. So eventually nobody's listening to the teacher. But yeah, I think you would have left Sayuri's house around 6:30. I think by the time you and Yubuta are done hanging out, it's around like 8 o'clock, I would say.
Yeah. Before we would have left the puppeteering class, though, this is like what Uzi does. This is where he, this is the something that he knows that he is great at, and he takes pride in himself. He will, in a rare instance of not being an asshole and a dick, he's going to tell the puppeteer from the Land of Dreams provenance that if he wants some help with puppet making, he can definitely help him if he wants to.
You see, he looks very offended, but
yeah, that's fair.
You can clearly see as he looks offended, and he's like, giving his like, how dare you? This is the heritage of my people, that sort of thing. But then as you look behind him with your his past investigation, you see he had written down some of the lessons that you were telling the other people on his notebook. But
sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
Next time, make sure you don't.
Will do.
All right. Well, is Uzi talking about anything as you guys finally get? She walks you back to the Shimmer residence and all that.
Is there anything in particular? I don't know if there would be. He is just trying to make small talk as he's like processing how what he wants to say at the end when right before he closes the door when he gets home. He's very much planning out what he's going to say then. So he's just trying to keep it light small talk so he can focus on his plan.
Yubuta is just she's really trying to sell that this was all in a very random accident, that sort of deal, that she totally didn't mean to do or have you go to your favorite places and have your favorite food and stuff.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh man, what a coincidence. It's just, sometimes you get a real luck of the draw,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's really surprising that a puppeteering class and one of my favorite puppet stands were just on the road, right?
Well, I mean, good things come to people who do what they're supposed to do, so...
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yubuta does get serious as you guys get to the Shimura resonance. You can clearly see. So Yubuta is a very non-confrontational person, and I mean even in the sense of bringing up topics that should be talked about. She has a problem being direct, but you clearly see she's trying to muster the will, and she's just kind of twisting her foot on the ground and everything nervously as she looks down, and she's just so, Uzi, I never really got to. I'm sure you're probably going to say it's not necessary, but I feel like I should thank you for the whole Izanami Park thing. Was she kind of trails off and shivers a little bit. She's just like, it was a lot, and I had never really known how to deal with that sort of thing. My parents passed away a little bit after I was born, so nobody ever taught me the shinobi stuff, and I really appreciate you talking to me and giving me advice on how to deal with everything and stuff. I think I probably would have worked myself to death if you hadn't stepped in. So if you ever need anything, or I'm not good for much, but I want to be there to help you out too and stuff.
In the middle of her ranting, I would say the point where he would react is right after she begins talking about how she's not good for much. She's just going to very loudly clap his hands together to make a sharp sound to try and just snap her out of this.
Mm-hmm.
No talking like that, Yubuta. And what happened in Izanami Park was nothing that any one of us was prepared to deal with. I've seen it. I've seen it in Izumi. I've seen it in Gabriel. I've seen it in the other students. And well, I and myself. We all have our ways of coping with what happened. Some are more healthy than others, but being alone is rarely a good way to handle it. It really did help me today to get a bit more acclimated with everything after what happened. So thank you.
You can really see she smiles at that and everything. She says, before you go, I'm still in Shinobi boot camp. They're gonna keep me in there for a little bit longer since the whole thing with either Yoshitomo or Kikunawa was supposed to be a part of my squad. And well, things are a little bit different now. So I'm gonna be in Shinobi boot camp. So it's a little bit on the way to where you go to the academy and stuff. So maybe like in the mornings I could walk with you to the academy and stuff. If that's it's fine if you don't want to or anything like that.
It sounds lovely, Yubuta. I would like that.
You can clearly see she smiles at it and says, "All right, well I'll see you tomorrow morning then."
Yeah. Like as Yubuta begins walking away, he it slipped his mind as he gave that little speech to her, but it just kind of snaps back, like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that, and he's just like, Yubuta, one more thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like he takes the scowl part of his cloak and kind of pulls it down while taking up the scarf that she had given her, because as I said, he does keep it under the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you don't have to lie. We can go to the city or whatever you want next time. Just ask. He just kind of drops it down again.
You can see she blushes a little bit and is very happy at that and stuff. So she damn near skips away and stuff.
Fine. Now I'm home at least.
With that perception,
that was nice.
Yeah, you're reminiscing about how nice the night was, and to close off the scene, Uzi, as you get ready to step into your residence, that perception check was very lucky that you made earlier, because you noticed that another patch of ground that is camouflaged with the chopper honey, but you're able to step over it, and Yubuta kind of yells over, "I had to try it one last time."
Nice try, Yubuta, but I'm better.
All right. Well, the night passes, and it is un momento. It is November 28th. Another bright, sunny, vibrantly colored morning greets you guys in the Leaf Village, and you make your way to school. So you get into Great-Kai Academy. You get the usual sort of thing where people are parting the way for the three of you, because it's very well known around the school that Azumi is going to be Azumi making that announcement about her being an Uchiha and stuff. So kind of a big deal. And then Gabriela and Uzi are obviously known for being associated with her, and Uzi's already a Shimura, so you command some respect, to say the least. And also,
I should.
That and plenty of jealousy as well. As you can see, you're getting special treatment and stuff. But yeah, you guys walk into class, and you see your teacher, Omai Goshu, is getting ready to, setting up for class. As you step into class, though, I'll say you guys see Hitasha Jizo, the self-proclaimed class president, get up from her seat. And she takes out a notebook and says, skipping the second half of class without proper authorization from the teacher. Let's see here. And then another full day of skipping class. It's not looking very good for you to become class president, Uzi.
I guess we'll just have to see what the people want.
Well, as you know, obviously attendance is very necessary in order to become class president. That is, of course, if you've been reading the proper manuscripts and rules associated with the school, which I assume you haven't. Anyways, what I mean to say is that my spot is looking more and more secured as the days go along. So you can keep up with your delinquent activities, and the real class president will be making strides towards what they need to do.
Whatever you say, Hatasha.
She kind of smugly closes her notebook that she had been reading from, and military style, like, turns on her heel and marches to her seat.
I forgot y'all had that rivalry.
It's been a while. A lot of stuff had happened that has honestly been more important.
Wait, is Mitsu? I don't see Mitsu. I'm worried.
He's still in Yomi. We left him.
Yeah, you guys are sitting down. You can tell me if you're talking to anybody in particular, because this is a setup process for class. But oh my gosh,
I really wish we could roll a history check to be like, oh fuck Mitsu.
Yeah, no, it's too late now.
I'm gonna look at Izumi.
I mean, unironically, fucking Izumi would be just doing a head count in her head of anyone missing.
Well, Hakano Kaguya, the LARPer, the girl who wears full plate knight's armor, she's not in class, but that's also because she's probably still asleep.
Oh.
No, she's fighting Mitsu for top beefcake in Yomi.
She's very bad at being punctual, if you remember when she came to class at like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, your teacher, Omai Goshu, I'll give you a little bit of a refresher since it's been a while. Omai Goshu is like we're like 5'10", 5'11", very like decently built, like having been a very active shinobi in the past. She has like various blue, mostly spiral type tattoos. You can tell it's like Uzumaki style, like aesthetic or like imagery, but there's like various like tattoos that's like all over her body, and she has like tattoos on her face and neck and all that sort of stuff, and blue hair. She currently is doing a head count and is like, if anybody has seen Mitsu, then it'd be very helpful to say something to his family or the school. But knowing him, he might have gotten lost on the way home, so we'll just hope for him to show up tomorrow. She marks off Mitsu's name on the list.
Usu just kind of like he looks to the side as his eyes just like kind of widen rapidly before composing himself, as he just looks over to Izumi and Gabriel.
Gabriel looks like she's about to say something. Like,
Izumi thinks to herself about it, but then she was like, Alkir was there. He's fine.
Well,
Alkir's no longer there.
Yeah, he's in lethal.
No, Kira was with us.
Yeah, he was.
You guys never asked him
so
whether
he's fine.
Like whether he saw Mitsu at all.
It's Alkira. He probably pushed him or something.
He doesn't even like Mitsu.
Yeah, he probably made it worse.
Y'all have too little faith in our mains, okay?
Gabriel say something.
I feel like I'm exactly expecting what Alkira was going to do.
Gabriel will speak up without thinking and be like, "Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, we forgot him at."
Shut up.
We were with him when we went to this place, but we forgot him there.
Are you saying this like to the teacher?
I'm saying that out loud to the teacher, yes.
I really wish I knew silence.
She can't lower shit. She likes speaking the truth automatically. So you didn't train her.
Yeah, oh my gosh, she was like, when you guys went to the play, and she's interrupted as Atasha Jizo stands up from her seat. Exactly what Gabriela said. Approximately 1.5 days ago, she opens up her notebook. She said she has to go off to do bad stuff with some bad people, and Mitsu went along with them. And she closes the book and sits down. And a while ago, she was like, "Thank you, Hatasha." So
I think he's still in a bad place. I'll go get him tonight.
Right. We'll talk about that after class. Starting up the day. So to get into what you guys' lesson is today, give me 1 second.
The teacher's like, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of a handful
whatever.
of a class. So we're gonna need words. So she announces something before the official lesson for the first half of the day starts. Actually, she'll announce that in the second half of the day because that would be more suspenseful. She says to herself. So to start off, it's gonna be stealth training. Stealth training and also basically just agility practice and stuff. So to start off, you guys are taken to a room where you see this honestly very serene environment. It's like almost like a indoor greenhouse sort of scenario. You can see various students that are like in courses learning about the environment and stuff. Probably like in the agriculture course, are jotting down notes their teacher is saying while standing around these like various assortments of ponds with lily pads inside of them, and you see dragonflies flying around, that sort of thing. But Oh My Goshu has you guys walk up like a hilly sort of part of the area, and you can see there's assortments of logs with, they're not sharp pointed ends, I just want to say, but they're like pointed ends to where it's like there's no flat ground to stand on top of the logs. And she tells you that similar to how she had the lesson where she had you guys doing like the push-ups where you had to like push up, write something down, and then repeat over and over again. She's going to be recounting Shinobi history to you guys on various battle tactics, while you guys have to jot down notes while jumping from like log to log. And she'll like occasionally throw stuff at you to make you have to like change positions and all that. So the objective is for you to be able to concentrate while also dealing with like hazardous terrain or, unsure footing, that sort of deal. So we're going to need 3 acrobatics checks to start off. We're gonna do it.
No!
Yes.
No!
We're gonna do it one at a time. So the first round of acrobatics checks, you guys can go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. At least acrobatics. I'm not negative.
It's DC 16.
DC 16.
I rolled a 2. I rolled it. Well, is this right? Yeah, this is where I burn a will of fire.
Best 2 out of 3 is what you need to be successful. And remember, each time.
9.
Remember, this is dependent upon you how much downtime you get at the end of the school year for these lessons and all that sort of stuff.
God damn it!
Yeah, not too good to start off.
Wait, do we have to keep our balance?
Yeah.
Oh, I have advantage then.
Yeah, you would have advantage. That's part of your wild card plan.
I love that. I love that feature of yours because it comes up semi-frequently, where you just get to go balance.
Athletics.
I love
advantage.
It.
Acrobatics.
22.
Acrobatics.
Same deal. I'm pretty sure. So 22. So that's the first round. I should probably take out a notebook.
Did he see me roll?
No, I'm waiting for y'all to roll.
Yeah, I failed.
I passed.
Somehow having bad athletics is dooming me. I don't get it.
So this is just acrobatics?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Point.
Will of fire. 26.
Jeez.
Nice. All right. Uzi, you still have a chance to redeem yourself. You have 2 more checks. to make
Yeah,
more unsettling.
I don't like my odds, I'll be honest.
So Uzi failed the first one. I'm just jotting it down because I'm very bad at keeping track of these things in my head.
No, that's fine.
Gabriela and Izumi succeeded for this one. All right, so the second round of checks. Let's start with our resident politician boy.
A resident non-physical man.
Yep.
21.
21.
Shut up.
All right, Izumi.
All right. 15.
15
Oh!
just barely fails.
Mm.
Sorry if you heard my mic rustling around or anything. I'm moving around shit.
Fuck
Oh, really?
you, Kirk. On reaction, I gain advantage. Does not matter. Please go on.
Yeah, so you're still getting used to your dojutsu since it very recently did activate with the whole Izanami Park incident, especially your Kurugan. So it's like a very trippy visual as your eyes, go void black, that sort of deal. A couple of your classmates are kind of like gasping a little bit. They've never seen it in person, other than like Fujimaru, but Fujimaru never reacts to anything. Your eyes turn void black, and your vision kind of goes like a watery, kind of hazy sort of sensation. And you see the future, but you're seeing too many different possibilities at once. So you miss the log and like hit your leg as like, oh my Goshu throws like I don't know, like an eraser at your head, that sort of deal. So that is 1 success and 1 failure. Gabriela, go ahead.
20.
20. A dirty 20. So Gabriela succeeds this round of
Question, Dia.
mhm.
She said she wanted us to take notes, right?
Yeah, she's having you guys she's like reciting once again like shinobi battle tactics and history to you guys while you have to jump from log to log as she throws stuff at you.
Okay, well, Gabriel's not a note taker. I want to specify that.
Mhm.
So can she be like catching and throwing the items back?
You can if you want. She's gonna be reviewing your notes afterwards for sure to see. But yeah, that's fine. You can say that was like a flavor sort of thing that you're just because you passed already, so you're
Yeah.
you succeeded the physical part, so you can just copy down any of the stuff that she needs you to write down.
Yeah. Okay.
Uzi, go ahead and make your. This is 1 success, 1 failure. You need. We'll see how this goes down.
Come on. Uzi. Don't be a bitch. Fuck!
You still have another wheel of fire.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if how many. Is it like three this time as well?
You can have upwards of 3, but because we haven't
No.
used any
I'm
last
not. No. That's supposed. You know what? Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be. So I still let you have a max of 3 and stuff. Basically,
I was referring to.
base book rules as written. You're only supposed to get.
Wait a minute.
You're only supposed to get a maximum of like 1 per session, like outside of like a combat scenario. But I generally let you just like you can stack them up to 3.
Yeah.
But they just don't carry over from session to session. That's like my
Do I burn?
affirmation. Yeah.
I'm gonna give me a quick second. I'm gonna flip my coin.
Wow,
I'm burning my other. Yeah, it is. It's made of metal.
That's
like
not big.
It's also pretty large. Yeah, like it's a lot. It's a collector's object. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm burning my other will of fire.
Okay.
Come on, Uzi. This didn't work last time, so I'm sure it's gonna work this time. I was wrong. It got worse.
You're able to jot down the notes, but as you're you can kind of describe to me how you like fall into the lily pads, that sort of thing, because you basically like miss one of the logs and like fall on top of it and then like fall into the pond.
He's scribbling down the notes. The penmanship is amazing. Everything seems to be going his way. Jump over there. Jot down the notes. Jump over there. Jot down the notes. Jump over there. Perfectly landed. Oh shit, throwable object. Right in the water.
Alright, let me see something real quick. I'm just jotting down how many successful class rolls you guys have had so far.
And I used
Alright.
2 Wheels of Fires for that.
Gabriela, did you roll yet?
Gabriela's already succeeded this portion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I need to roll one more.
Yeah.
Or are we still on the second?
Oh no, this is the third one right
Oh,
here.
the
This
third.
is your
I'm
final
doomed.
chance to succeed. Hatasha Jizo is looking down at you very smugly, Uzi, as you get up from the pond.
Yeah,
Clearly
that's
having
fair.
fun.
For the fun of it, I will also expend one more Kurgan reaction. As this
Go
is
ahead, my friend.
Izumi trying to force herself to get used to these eyes. Haha.
23.
Nice.
All right, so the current tally for where you guys are at with your successful class rolls, I'm doing this in like basically bundles of 2 skills per like class roll, so that way we can get through the skill list without having to like, take 14 sessions for each one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the total right now is, give me 1 second. So Azumi, you have 1 successful class roll, and what I mean by that is like the in total sort of thing. So the last one was like the push-ups, writing down notes and all that sort of stuff. This time it was that portion. Gabriela, you have
okay.
2. Gabriela, you have 2 wins. Uzi, you have 1 win and 1 loss, and so does Azumi.
I still can't believe I won that first one.
Yeah.
Sounds the most shocking thing.
The second.
I still believe you cheated.
Yeah, so do I.
So does Natasha.
I'm pretty sure everyone believes I cheated.
Let me see something real quick. I think, Gabriela, since you had succeeded pretty early, I think one of the first people that would have also succeeded would have been Nobisu Akamichi. So she would have offered you like some snacks and stuff. She has like spicy chips.
Gladly eat those snacks.
As you guys were eating, when Uzi fell into the water kind of splashed and got all over you guys' chip bags.
I like to imagine we both glare at Uzi.
Yeah, Nobisu was glaring at Uzi as she's like enlarging her fist, and some students have to hold her back. She's like, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
Like, as she's like doing that, I assume I'm just like kind of like dragging my drenched body out of the pit, as I'm just like kind of laying down there flat, as she's just trying to what should we call it? Crush a almost lifeless body.
Yeah. You guys are. I think Gabriela would be fine since this is very similar to her like forest upbringing, but to like pretty much every other person in class, this is a very tiring experience because I really want to hammer home that she was like throwing shit at you guys, and you guys have to write shit down while standing on uneven ground, that sort of deal.
I like to imagine Gabriel's notes are like mine, where you write 3 words and then do like a random symbol and line. Because that's how I remember things. I write 2 words, then a symbol. I'm like, oh, this line means blah blah blah. Then 2 words, this line means blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well, I think it would end with you guys walking down some of you were more drenched than others. I don't want to go through just each individual class member and whether they succeed, but some of you are like very drenched, and Hatasha offers you a handkerchief, Uzi, as she says that as class president, as class rep, it's very important to be a leader and help those who have trouble succeeding.
How petty am I? How petty am I? How petty am I?
You're Uzi. You're the pettiest person there is.
I'm very petty. Yeah, exactly. Can I? Okay, so I remember that I did this previously. I want to ask if I can do this again. When I made the piranha swarm to wash the clothes without the piranhas in it, there was just like a sphere of water. I'd like to throw that in her face. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, you can just throw it at her face. You don't have to make a roll for it. and everything.
Sick! It's just like as it's on the ground, it just kind of like puts a palm into the ground, absorbing some of the water, before like kind of like swiping his arm upwards as the water just hits her in the face.
Are you doing this? Are you doing this discreetly?
Yourself. No.
Yeah, so you throw the water, and you see Natasha immediately gets like furious and everything as you got water all over her perfectly ironed, like perfectly straight, no wrinkles clothes. She starts getting extremely angry as she starts like marching towards you, and then Oh My Goshu has to like break you guys up. She gives you a slip of paper, Uzi, that says you will be in detention.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
But yeah,
I do not regret my actions. I will take this attention. I will take this detention.
You see, Oh My Goshu she's only giving you detention because that's what a teacher is supposed to do, but she doesn't really care, to be quite honest.
Yeah, no, that is the kind of vibe I'm getting for her.
But yeah, so you guys get back to class. Some of you are, have puddles underneath your seats, that sort of deal. And Oh My Goshu tells you your second lesson for the day is you have 2 minutes to hide. This will be 3 rounds of stealth checks. And she says that if she finds you, then obviously that is she basically has to. If you can't hide from her, this is another best 2 out of 3 sort of deal. So it's like when you fail, she finds you. But I want to give you guys the reins because I'll be very interested in this specific question. How do each of you hide? I think I'll go down the line the same way I did before. So before we do the stealth rolls, Uzi, where and how do you hide?
Did she just say hide? Like hide?
Yeah, she gave no explanation. She just said hide. You have 2 minutes.
I'm going outside the school.
In the school.
I am.
In the
Damn
school.
it! Damn it! I was gonna go teach.
She amends very quickly.
I was gonna go to the ramen place again. Fuck. All right, what's my plan then? I would like to. Okay. I have a plan. I'm going to go. Okay, if I'm not allowed to leave, what's the best place we could hide? It is the. She wouldn't care. Fuck my plans. Is the vent large enough? Can I vent?
You can hide in the vent.
Do I have a smoke?
I would like to be the imposter and go into the vent.
I still have bear spray.
You do still have bear spray.
I was just looking what I had, and I have bear spray apparently.
I looked at my items and I forgot I didn't give that away. Fuck, why do I still have that? Oh, that's
now I'm concerned.
actually pretty horrible.
Sayuri gave you bear spray before it was at the start of section 11.
No, I never gave away that syringe with the zombie serum. That's still in my
you still
inventory.
have that.
You still have that serum?
Yeah. I forgot to do anything with it. Anyway, I'm just gonna roll my stealth check. Is the DC the same?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm equally likely to lose then.
Oh
Shit.
my god.
I'm so sad. I have to erase my 2 sage joints.
Oh, let's go.
16 succeeds. Alright, so that is 1 success. Azumi, how and where are you hiding in the school?
So, well, I think the best action is to take advantage of the expectation of deeper hiding. So, Izumi would go out the classroom. And how tall is it to the roof?
I would say the roofs. It depends because this is a very large building. I don't want to give like a full 15-minute explanation, but it's not just Shinobi students that go here. There's also students that are in either like agriculture or like business or like Shinobi marketing team programs, that sort of deal. So it depends. Like it can range from like maybe 6 to 7 feet tall, 6, 7, or it can go like 10, 12 feet tall.
All right. Izumi would try to find a taller section, and utilizing Blink would go up there. And she is going to be using the silver cloth to camouflage up there.
All right, go ahead and make your stealth check, my friend.
Let's see. So it's that, and then because this is being used with
Hopefully we get in that one.
That admittedly would be really
There's not
funny.
been a single crit so far. It's weird.
However,
It's
they
unnatural.
also have a 1d4 plus 1 penalty to finding me with this, so...
Ooh.
14. Oh.
14.
They can still find me. But I'm also of the 1d4 plus 1 penalty to be found, so we'll see if that carries.
Not in this specific scenario. I think with that being said, let me see here. Roll another 1d4 just because they're not making a perception check in this scenario. So I want to be fair.
15.
15 still just barely fails.
Damn.
What did you say you were hiding again?
You know what? Hang on.
One of the...
No, that's specific to...
The roof?
Right, because this is... No, yeah, that is specific. You know what? As a fun thing, cause Kurikan, would you allow me to use my bonus action to gain the... Normally it's I add my wisdom modifier to attacks, but would I be able to use it for otherwise or no? It's fine.
How do you mean?
Try to peer into where she's found, and
there's still multiple rounds. You could not for this specific. It's just stealth checks for this one because essentially each skill is basically like simulating your Shinobi courses, that sort of deal, like what they're teaching you. So, you still have like two more checks you can make for it.
I was just curious on that one.
Yeah, it's all good. Lastly, our wild child, Gabriela, where is she hiding and how is she going to do it?
You know what? If the dice allow me, I want to do something really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is the plan. I'm going to say the plan before I roll. Gabriel is going... Because we're in like a forest nature place right now, right?
That was like the first initial place, but you could go back there if you want. It's up to you on where and how you hide.
Okay. She's going to hide in there. Like where she's used to hiding in nature.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to like turn a corner and bolt there at full speed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I have nature... My nature of today, my feature. I'm just getting the name. It's invasive maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually more nimble than usual.
He's cheating.
Okay. And I also have advantage on dexterity saving throws. That's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more nimble than usual. And once I get to the forest, I'm gonna roll stealth with a wild die advantage.
All right, go ahead and make your stealth roll.
Because she's gonna go all out, prove that she's the stealthiest of the stealth, even though she doesn't like being stealthy.
That one.
That's +6. That's +6. Can I spend more than one wild die on that? Let me just check. Okay, so I have. What's my level? We're level 4, right?
Yeah.
2. So I'm gonna spend 2 wild die actually. I'm going all out.
She's going sicko mode.
Yep.
Oh my lord.
So 20.
Damn. Yeah, so you get a dirty
From
20.
a 4. Damn.
Yeah, from a 4, you're right. I rolled low, son of a gun.
Yeah, so you're hiding in one of the agriculture areas and stuff. You see there's like a teacher trying to give a lesson while there's like leaves rustling. You're like hiding in a tree right above them, and they're just like looking up and then just say, I'm just gonna ignore it. And they just keep teaching their lesson and stuff. But yeah, so oh my Goshu, you hear various students from your class are like groaning in exasperation from being found by Oh my Goshu. And for Azumi, yeah, you're camouflaged for a second. But just for a brief second, that like you get like an aftershock from you trying to see the future from earlier, and it causes you to like rustle a little bit. So your cloak shifts, and Azumi can't see it from her perspective, but the cloak obviously it's not full scale invisibility, so it got confused what you were trying to camouflage yourself with. So there's like it's halfway camouflage with a different pattern on the wall and then another one, so it looks very obvious. And oh my gosh, she finds you, and she gathers you all for before you do your last 2 checks. She announces that she's gotten bored with this, so she's gonna have a friend find you guys instead. And you guys see walking down on the other end of the hallway, the rumble of thunder shakes the ground a little bit as lightning creeps around the corner. You see black clouds coalesce at the end as you see walking out is the hall monitor goose.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
No, guys, DC just got increased to 30, by the way.
The DC only increases by 1, so it's DC 17 now.
That's still bad.
This is just this is the challenge, you guys. You guys are level 4, so you know you're a little bit more proficient now. So I gotta keep you on your toes.
+3.
I have beef with this goose.
It's all good.
You're gonna fight the goose.
The hall monitor goose walks up and it recognizes, especially you, Gabriel, as you see it lets out a low quack as it sees you.
Oh no.
So now,
Death glare.
Uzi, go ahead and make your check.
Fine.
All the students scatter.
I have so little chance of Do I have anything that I can use? No? Okay. Yeah, none of my stuff
Now,
seems to be
I'll let you
relevant.
get creative with this since I did increase the DC. If you guys want to use jutsu and stuff, just like how Azumi was trying to use like various other stuff. If you want to use jutsu or like other things,
what is the goose fed? What's the goose eat?
nobody knows.
Hmm.
Nobody's even seen the goose sleep. It's an urban legend around the school.
What's the
Gabriel
range?
fought once and lost, so now she's pissed.
Is there a range on how far I can control this? No, there isn't. All right. So while I'm hiding,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably gonna end, I'm gonna have a piranha swarm. Just, I'm gonna hope that this goose likes fish. That's my plan. I'm gonna have a swarm of piranha act as bait to hopefully draw its attention away from its actual job.
Roll me a d20 real quick before you do your check.
Sure.
Shit, I almost knocked over my whole shit.
Not 20.
Nat 20?
I hate. God, why couldn't
No,
that
it's not a bad thing.
No, but I shouldn't have said anything. That would have just succeeded.
I mean, you get a Will of Fire, so I mean, that's at least helpful for that. So, as you cast this Piranha Swarm, with how many times you've casted it and how chopper efficient you are with this, you notice it seems like, as you cast it, some of them are like moving on their own in a way that's like aside from the usual mannerisms of the jutsu and stuff. It almost seems like when you're ordering them around, they kind of look at you in a way as if they actually see you. But besides the point, I will give you advantage on your stealth check. I'm gonna throw you a bone here. Um, if you do something like honestly really creative in how you want to do it, then I will, obviously give you advantage with this sort of thing.
So, let's see, I guess. I had advantage, you said?
Yeah.
2d20, keep highest. Please. 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 Yes!
That is an 18.
And with that, I'm gonna go eat dinners. I win. Fuck you, Gabriel.
Fuck you,
Hathasha. Fuck you, Hathasha. I'm gone.
Before you go, yeah, the hall monitor goose, you're able to hide as the goose gets distracted from trying to like eat the fish. It's like pecking it and everything, but it's not getting anything, so it's frustrated.
Oh shit, I made the goose angry.
Now that is
the DC is now risen for everyone else.
Azumi, go ahead and make your DC 30 stealth. I'm joking. Make your stealth check, unless you do anything special.
I think she's gonna try something similar, as her cloak is, after all, made for this. But she's gonna try to find more just a dark corner to be in.
Right.
As, yeah, maybe multiple textures is a bad idea.
Is this a good volume for you guys? Just making sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, alright.
And just to check, Random question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I count as the goose's ally in this instance?
It is technically assigned to both hall monitor and guard, you guys, so yes. Unless the specific thing doesn't trigger if it's allies, then it's fine. It's like you're in like a nice in between, so it could count as either.
Okay, that is perfect. As Izumi goes, she is gonna cast Dark Isolation on herself. The goose needs to make me. Is this a wisdom save? Well, I guess all creatures, but the goose. Yeah, a wisdom save.
Alright, I'm gonna have to pull up this goose's stat block. Give me 1 second.
It's a stat block.
Uno memento.
For those who do not know, Dark Isolation will make allies of the target of the jutsu either forget they're there or forget about them entirely, pending on if it's a normal failure or critical.
Give me 1 second. That's what happens when the DM did not expect to have to open the stat block ever. Like the off chance that you guys decided to fight the goose, I made a stat block, but I didn't think that I was gonna have to use it. All right, you said wisdom save?
Yep. God damn.
It's a 25.
He still knows I am here. All right, rolling stealth. That is a 15.
A 15 just barely fails. It's very surprising that our hunter then didn't get a stealth for this one, or didn't get the stealth lesson, but it's fun. There's still more class rolls to make throughout the year.
Well, yeah, I have a +7, man.
+7 with a
I
plus
can't
1d4 +1. But that's
That
the way.
is true. What the fuck?
That's
That's
the way it goes
messed
down
up.
sometimes. It's all good.
My D4 is betraying me.
Now, Gabriela, how are you hiding from? Well, actually, you don't need to tell me how you're hiding from Hall Monitor Goose unless you're doing anything special. But you can go ahead
Oh,
and
I
do your
got a
thing.
plan.
Okay.
I got another plan.
I don't like the devious laugh with it, but we're gonna go ahead. Let's see.
So, Gabriel is a forest resident, background wild type addition.
Mm-hmm.
The morning trait I'm taking today, because I knew we had class and I want to run away from class once in a while, I took the climbing speed thing. You gain climbing speed equal to twice your base walking speed. You can even climb upside down. Additional, when climbing trees or small structures, trees or natural structures in the wilderness, your jumping distance doubles.
Yeah, so you're a literal spider person. That's you're a
Yeah.
spider monkey. That's
Okay.
essentially.
So here's my question. Okay, I'm just gonna say my current speed right now,
Mhm.
which is 55. Will 110 movement speed be enough to be a slight blur if I constantly move?
So here's the. So what I'm getting the vibe here is that you want to move so fast that that in itself is its own stealth.
Or like when he's about to look, I move.
Okay.
So like he can't pinpoint me. And I'm going to do this in the wilderness. Wilderness terrain
I
again.
think just because you're using a creative use of your actual clan features and doing it in like a forest area, I'll let you have your advantage with the thing because I've been letting you guys use your jutsu and all that sort of stuff.
That's greatly appreciated. Since I have advantage, I'm going to do an additional thing.
No, we're not going to do that. Advantage is enough. Go ahead and
No,
make your roll.
no, I'm not done.
Uh-huh.
I'm not done.
Hmm.
Because I appreciate the advantage. I'm going to take a full advantage. I'm going to burn 2 chakra die
Okay.
to regain 2 wild die to use in this turn also.
Okay. Look at
Gabrielle does not like this goose and she wants to win.
This is the point of these class rolls as well, as to get you familiar with your character sheet and like how to use it outside of combat as well. So I'm fine with this sort of deal. Let's see these rolls.
25.
25 is definitely higher than 16. Hold up 1 second.
Is it higher than the goose's passive perception or perception roll?
No, the DC was
want-
just well, I think I actually made it 17, but that's besides the
If it
point.
was a roll, I would have more of a chance. But
These are just class rolls.
My
My
goal
friend.
is to avoid the goose at all times, so
Mhm.
it's be impossible to find. So that's my goal. That's Gabriella's goal right now. It's to outsmart and outspeed this goose.
Yeah, the hall monitor goose is dashing around and everything, and you can hear people being caught because they scream as the thing like the hall monitor goose like quacks and stuff. But yeah, you're able to like dart out of its field of vision, that sort of thing. So that is a very interesting tally so far. I do want to say don't beat yourself up too much over like whether you win or lose with this, since obviously you're getting downtime regardless when you.
I will say I am joking. Please no, I'm being a brat.
Yeah, I'm just obviously I will always want to make sure that the homies are the homies are good.
No, it is fine. We're at school hiding from a goose. I could not take this any less so.
Yeah.
They're really taking this serious.
Oh shit, I have a 1d4 acrobatics bonus.
That definitely would have helped with. Did you fail or succeed? No, you succeeded with the acrobatics one, so that's fun.
Yeah, I succeeded, but that's funny. I forgot I had that.
Well, you guys convene back in class. Some of you, some of the students have to be. Oh my gosh, who has to walk up and cast the release jutsu to release some people from their genjutsu that the hall monitor goose put them under. But yeah, she tells you guys that it's time for lunch, and she hopes you enjoyed the first half of your day because the second half is a very special announcement that might keep you motivated. So,
Dope.
we are going to lunch. Now, I will ask, does anybody want to roll a... I can either give a list of the stuff, or you can just roll a d12 to see what you get from your school lunch.
I'm a do D12.
I'm gonna eat with a person that's smart about food.
D12. I got food.
A 3. Gabriela, are you rolling, or are you just
I'll
wanting to
take
pick?
whatever the snack lady's taking.
Oh, whatever
Who's the
Nobisu
snack
is
lady?
getting.
Yeah, no bees is
Oh,
taking.
okay.
I'll handle Azumi's first. So on a 3, you get Ember Leaf Ramen. I was actually very excited. I was wondering if anybody's going to get this one because I would actually like this one a lot. But Ember Leaf Ramen is made from Ember Leaf noodles, which are made from Ember Leaf plants. There's wild game birds inside there, sweet corn, wild leeks, and charwood broth. So Ember Leaf plants are famously known for their bright red leaves that give off a natural heat that they kind of absorb and put out. That gives the noodles a very spicy kick, and these plants grow in the very warm and sunlit parts of the forest. And wild game birds are just added in to add like a rich, savory flavor. And the sweet corn and wild leeks balance that abrasive sort of taste from the other two ingredients and stuff. And the charwood is used to make a smoky kind of like deep flavored broth. So overall, it's like a very smoky and spicy sort of ramen with the spiciness coming from the ember leaf noodles that's balanced by the sweetness of the corn and the savory taste of the bird meat.
Wow.
I went hard in the paint with these foods. That's why I'm very excited to use them. I think that Nobisu, since Gabriela's getting the same thing as her, I think Nobisu would get the breakfast egg ramen. So the breakfast egg ramen is wheat noodles, farm hen eggs, wild spinach, smoked bacon, and mushrooms and egg yolk broth.
That sounds really good.
The farm hens of the Leaf Village lay rich, nutritious eggs in early mornings, and the wild spinach grows in shaded forest areas, and morning dew mushrooms thrive in damp, dewy environments. And overall, it's like a very like creamy and rich flavor from the egg yolk broth, with a slightly smoky flavor from the bacon, and the spinach and mushrooms add a nice balance to all that.
Sweet.
Maybe a little perception check, Gabriela, as you're eating your lunch.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Not like it's my worst roll.
Yep.
Perception. Oh, I got him. Why do I got a +2? I should have +2. What? Okay, wait. Whatever. Wait.
When you're looking through your sheet.
Yeah. 6.
A 6. So, there's like I think you get distracted just for a brief second from like Sugie Fushin, one of your classmates. He's the one with like the pompadour, kind of like if you know Josuke from Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sugie has that kind of haircut and everything. So you get distracted for a second as he's like picking a fight with somebody who like made fun of his hair and stuff, and he's like getting mad at him and everything. He's like getting mad at him for making fun of his hair, and then he brings up like, you didn't pull out a chair for that fine mama right there, and that sort of thing. So you look down and you see your ramen bowl is empty suspiciously.
I'm gonna. So Gabriella's gonna take a lovely smile on her face and look up at. I'm terrible with names.
Nobisu.
Nobisu and say, "Did you consume my bowl?"
She's mid chewing and she's like, "Oh no, I was just eating more. I guess they put a little bit extra in this bowl."
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed you're still another food lover's food.
You can see she actually feels bad at that and everything. She apologizes and says it's force of habit because where she grows up, uh, you have to eat dinner as quick as possible because it will be stolen or eaten before you can get to it and everything.
Well, in that case, I shall go eat at your place and adapt your ways of eating.
Honestly, the way that Nobisu describes like the frenzy that happens at the Akamichi household whenever food is served and everything, it kind of reminds you of the good old days back when you were living in the Spider Sage lands
That's
when
what I was thinking.
they would catch prey and basically all the spiders, it's just a mass of spiders that would crawl over each other to eat the whatever it is that's like in the field and everything. So it's very similar the way she's describing it.
And that's why she wants to go eat there.
Oh, and as a note, Izumi did not go, so was anyone in particular?
You're just kind of sitting by yourself.
Yeah.
Fuchimaro sits down next to you, Izumi. It's very unusual because usually for lunch or any time where there's like social activity going on, Fuchimaro just kind of goes up to the roof to kind of just like stare at the sky and stuff. He sits down next to you, Izumi, and he kind of like whispers low, and he's like, so he nods to the wings.
Mostly theories about what caused it, but I feel it's just a side effect.
I think it's a side effect of when you initially try to do your dumb fuck idea of communing with that thing, or did you do it again?
No. Hang on. Out of character, did I do it again? I don't believe so.
No, not into this. Not dealing with your sealed beast specifically. You looked like into the future, but no, you didn't delve into your sealed beast again.
Yeah, just had to double check of that because
me too. I had to remember.
But yeah, she would shake her head. No. I have been able to gain a hold of what I currently have, but I haven't reached anything more.
He looks a little bit worried as he looks at the wings, and he just kind of looks back up at you and says, "Well, just try to make sure to be careful with that sort of thing."
I fully intend to. I have more to worry about than just myself now. So it would not do to let myself fall to things such as that.
He nods, and I won't make you make a history check because you kind of remember, upon you saying that you have more to worry about than just yourself, you remember that you did tell Shin that you were going to get him into school, so I do want to ask
I was actually
if you guys are planning to do that.
But honestly, I wanted to approach the headmaster about that.
Oh, Principal Boat Muncher?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you have free time to do that now if you want, or if you wanted to wait till like a later point.
I can wait till closer to end of day, since it's not like he's going to be able to show up midday.
I mean, he's around the school, and he's told you multiple times that hey, he will be there at your beck and call if you ever need him.
Fair enough. We'll do that after we find out what fucking announcement they're gonna be giving, because I am very curious on that. But she will look at Fujimaru. Actually, to ask. Don't know when, as it depends on when Mom lets me go out, but would I be able to meet with you or a clan? Family? I don't know what your situation with
It's a little bit of
them
both.
are.
He
But
explains that the
would I
Joshin cults aren't technically related by blood, but they're related by ideology and then just being a family growing up together.
Fair enough. Can respect it. But would I be able to meet them to ask questions or?
Well, I mean, yeah, shit. Give me 1 second. I gotta look at. This is what happens when you have like 500 NPCs. I just can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Let me look. Give me 1
Oh,
second.
good. That's how it would be sometimes.
Yeah. So he explains that the head of the Joshin cult, specifically, uh, has been wanting you to come by, but this is one of those situations where you have to actually take the initiative and do it yourself. So he doesn't want to. He didn't want to force that on you, essentially, specifically because it's been under the orders of Motani that the head of the Joshin cult wants you to obviously commune with them, like he was just saying. But Motani has been very reluctant on you getting a handle on your whole thing.
I see. Well, then yes, she would nod. Depending on how hard-headed the principal is, ideally I would like to this week. But I guess there's no immediate rush beyond that.
He kind of nods and he says if you have any more questions, he'll be on the roof because you can clearly see by looking at him that his social battery is drained by this point. So he turns and walks away.
She'll give a wave as he goes.
He sees you wave but doesn't wave back. Not in an asshole way, but that's just how he operates. He doesn't really do the whole people thing.
Nah, she can partly get it. Especially with how people have been treating her since the start of this school year. Yeah, she gets a little.
Does she react at all? Because one of the things that he usually is distant from people, so it hasn't really come up that much. But you do see plenty of students that are like giving him a wide berth, but a couple of like the more assholey kind of students are like kind of yelling over stuff and everything, like, oh, watch out, he might sacrifice. Like, they're basically making jokes about him being in a death cult, that sort of deal, and like making fun of him.
Very openly?
Yeah, like very openly. They're obviously not going to try to fight him or like physically bully him, but there's a lot of people that are like laughing at him and or like jeering at him because of his death cult relations and everything.
Oh. Who, like it or not, she sees him as like part of their group.
I think two people
That
throw like
man.
chicken bones at him and everything. Like, hey, here's the bones for your sacrifice, man.
Oh. This what feats do I have chakra intensity. Perfect. Yeah, as she realizes how people are treating him, at first out of just anger, but then soon after it be controlled to more so try to just direct it towards the people commenting of she is flaring her chakra and I'm rolling intimidation.
Roll it at advantage. As it does Izumi have like genuine malice or like anger as she does this?
Genuine anger, not malice. Like the way she views Fushitomo is entirely, this man literally could have died to save her life. Whether that was self-preservation on his part or whatever else the case was, she both appreciates and respects him, and she sees him as one of the people she can rely on, and she does not tolerate people talking shit about one of the people she holds close. So let me roll that. That's for... Damn, my rolls are not great this time.
No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. The people that were bullying, they weren't from the Shinobi course or anything like that. They're from the business course or like agriculture, that sort of deal. So a 15 is more than enough to scare like a regular person.
Yeah,
you described to me your chakra washing over the entire cafeteria.
That's so true. Yeah. So for the briefest of moments, her chakra would just expand out, letting her anger be very clearly felt before she focused it more around the people that caused it. Is when she would speak up. Shinobi dealing death. Think before you insult our comrades.
A like silence falls over the entire cafeteria as your chakra washes over the area, and you say that the two people that have thrown the chicken bones at him are like, they see you specifically, and they're like, yeah, we were just playing around, man. And they like walk over and try to like put their like arm around Fujimaru, like, hey man, we were just kidding around. And you see he grabs his wrist, and like there's like a vice grip where you can clearly see the guy start to like be in pain and everything, and Fujimaru just has this still face before he lets the hand go, and then he makes eye contact with you, and you get like a semblance of gratitude in his eyes, but he doesn't say much as he just kind of like holds his head down a little bit and walks out.
It's fine. Izumi would just resume eating after.
The two guys that you specifically had said that to and everything, and then just the crowd that was like hanging around them. I think, well, just the two guys in particular, they walk over to him and they're like, hey, you know, we had some extra food left if you wanted some and everything.
No, that is all right.
You can clearly see they're like two brothers essentially, and the one that was standing in the back kind of like smacks him on the back of the head. And he's like, "Fucking idiot! But she doesn't want your fucking food. She's an Uchiha. She doesn't want your fucking lily food." And they start arguing with each other as they head back to their table.
This is a moment where, as she just started eating again, she just think to herself of the difference between this year and the last. Specifically, her in this instance, as she never would have done that before. She's not mad at herself over it, just times have changed.
I definitely missed something.
Yeah, so while you were gone, Shadow Uzi died.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's my new character. He's actually an Uchiha as well.
Brother!
No,
Yeah!
basically what happened was it was just you guys went to the cafeteria and had lunch and everything. Nobisu Akamichi stole some of Gabriela's food, and Azumi had to intimidate some bullies that were like bullying Fujimaru.
Yeah. Though sadly, everyone else in the cafeteria was kind of caught in that crossfire.
The guy who actually communes with the devil is the guy they decided to pick on?
Well, it wasn't in the scenario where they were trying to like physically bully him, but they were making jokes. They were like giving him a wide berth and saying like throwing chicken bones at him or something like that. And like, hey, here's some bones for your ritual and all that sort of stuff. Kids being dumbasses.
Yeah,
the devil exists. This is his chosen one. Yeah, that's the guy. We're gonna joke about this. Yeah,
yeah. To tell you a short version, Izumi views Fujimaru as that is like one of the people in their group. You don't fuck with the people in our group. With the simple message of Shinobi deal with death every day. Be careful who you pick on.
Izumi continuing the family tradition of adopting people without their consent.
Indoctrinating people into the family, as she says.
Yeah.
She did that with Gabriela.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually.
Do you want to give me a D12, Uzi, to see what you get from your lunch for the day, or do you want to pick from the list specifically?
10.
10. You get beef and broccoli ramen.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, so it's fire grilled beef strips, broccoli, garlic sprouts, wheat noodles, and oak smoked broth. So it has a very like hearty and savory smokiness with like the beef that's balanced by the broccoli, and the garlic gives it a mild kick, and the broth has like a very like savory depth, that sort of deal.
If it were not, they would crinkle in the mic. I'd be eating my chips now. I hope you know.
I'm making the players hungry.
Yeah, you are.
But yeah, I think ending off you guys' lunch, is Uzi sitting with like Izumi and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you see Sugie, one of your classmates who I described before with like the pompadour haircut. I know Shadow wasn't yours, that's why I'm just explaining the appearance thing again.
You're good.
Yeah, he has
I have the documents.
Yeah. He walks up to you, kind of like running a comb through his hair, and he sits down next to you, Uzi, and he like puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, "So, I've been hearing rumors of you I'm trying to think about the way he would say it. He basically says along the lines of like, he wants some like gossip on, basically. So do you have a girlfriend or what? Like, because he talking about how Yubuta, everybody saw Yubuta give you the gift wrapped like box like, a day and a half ago, and then she was walking with you to school today. It's like, come on, man, give me the deets.
I'm gonna roll a perception if Izumi would notice this.
He's gonna put in like a very kind of like fake inflection of his voice to kind of like kind of match his. All right, so like here's the deets. All right. No.
Yeah. So. Give me 1 second, real quick.
That's not before the next arc, where Yubuta tragically dies.
Yeah, as you say no to giving Sugie some gossip and everything, you see his face just kind of falls flat, and he kind of mumbles under his breath as he gets up. Like, just when I try to give Nobles a chance to do something. All right, well,
gentleman never tells. As I assume he's kind of like walking away.
He kind of just like waves you off and everything as he walks off, and he goes to try to like hit on some like other students and everything. Um, but yeah, I think that that is the end of your cafeteria experience. I think I'll save a specific section for next session. So we're gonna end the session with you guys get back to class. Hatasha Jizo is obviously there first, and she's busy organizing desks from to make sure they're perfectly symmetrical and perfectly spaced. Since sometimes people might leave a chair slightly off kilter or like have the desk slightly tilted. So she's being very meticulous about it. She's like, you see her hair extends like 10, 15 feet around the classroom and adjusts a desk in place and all that sort of stuff. I'll actually say this, it's not a history check. I was waiting for somebody to ask, but this is just something you would obviously know from Shinobi history classes you've had. But Hatasha's last name being Jizo, her family was the originators of the needle Jizo hair technique.
Yeah.
That's like her family's whole thing is like hair-based jutsu.
I did assume that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It is a very nice detail.
Yeah, you guys get into class, and Oh My Goshu announces to you guys that since the tuning exam is happening a little bit after you guys graduate, you guys have the opportunity. It didn't come up specifically for you guys last year just because of the way that the year was going, and also the tuning exams, the way I have it, happens every 4 years instead of every year. Since you guys are graduating a little bit before that, the Leaf Village has a specific program in place to give exemplary students a chance to participate, which is kind of controversial around the village, but it is generally accepted because it's a
that does feel a bit unfair, actually. Yeah.
Well, no, here's the deal. Along with like the class roles that you guys will have, there will be three specific. It'll be in three for the sessions, but in terms of the year, you can decide to try to volunteer or register yourself to be in the acceleration program. And what the acceleration program is, if you do well enough in school, you can be selected to become a volunteer shinobi for a volunteer genin for a little bit. So you'll be tagging along with like an official squad and basically learning the ropes of what it means to be a shinobi and all that. So you still do get experience as a genin, but it's logged as like class things, that sort of thing. But it's a very select amount of people. Like you have to actually be top of the line elite classmate essentially in order to be considered for the program.
Well, shit.
So,
I have a question. Did Gabrielle succeed her stealth checks?
Yes. Let me look. Yes.
Oh my god, she succeeded every single one of them.
I didn't even peep that, but that actually is crazy.
Honorary Genin Gabrielle.
It's not connected to the class roles I've been having you make specifically. There are going to be three specific activities that will signify the progress throughout the year and everything of you getting into the program and stuff.
Yeah.
And should you get best 2 out of 3, like my usual sort of deal, then you'll be enrolled in the acceleration program. So that along with your lessons, it's honestly twice as much work as anybody else has to do because you have to do your regular class work along with your volunteer hours doing various things as a genin and stuff. So
Izumi would ask 2 questions on this.
Mm-hmm.
One, would we be paid for the time we did as a volunteer genin with that team?
Yes.
Is it like is it like a job or it's like when you're still in school but like you have your out or work experience, it's like 50% pay?
Yeah, it's like that's what I was gonna say. It's like 50% pay. You're more picture like how people are with like volunteer police officers. I don't know if that's how it actually is in real life, but I know there's like programs in real life where people volunteer to either be like a volunteer fireman or something like that. So where it's like you still get paid the necessary things in order to let you do things like buy food or like buy equipment and stuff, but it's not like you don't get a full salary since you're tagging along and stuff.
Yeah, okay, that is fine. And then regarding to the exams, if we were to do well enough to have normally passed the exams in the rare moment that would be, would we be guaranteed to become tuning should we be selected in that?
Well, not tuning, you would be officially dubbed as, like, after you graduate, you would be officially dubbed as gaining, having the proper experience to be considered as such. So it's like skipping the step to where usually you have to graduate from the academy, you have to be a guinea for at least a year at minimum. Most people usually are a guinea for a couple of years since tuning exams happens every couple of years, all that sort of deal. And
Yep.
but with this acceleration program specifically, you graduate already an official guinea with the experience needed to be considered for the tuning exams. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I laid that out properly.
Well, yeah.
Instead of having to wait a few years while being again, and you can instead start being again in earlier.
Into the tuning, but if you go into the tuning exams, that's where the question is. So there's no chance of becoming tuning.
Not graduating. Because the tuning exams is how you become a tuning. That's like the that's like the actual thing. That part I didn't make up that part specifically. That's an actual thing in Naruto that, like, when you go into the tuning exams, it's genin and the people who succeed become tuning.
Oh yeah, that is what I mean. Oh no, okay, never mind.
I was just making sure. I was making sure I was explaining it properly.
No, yeah, I get it.
Just to reiterate, it's an accelerated program. Kind of think about in high school the people who take college courses and that you get college credits and stuff for doing that. People are like in those like AP programs. This is essentially a Shinobi AP program. So it gives you most people who do the acceleration program still don't get admitted into the tuning exams, but it's happened on a rare occasion. Most specifically, Motani Senju is one of probably the most famous person who's been a part of the acceleration program.
Good to know.
All right. Well, before I announce the first event that will your success will get you at least registered into the program, I think that is where we will end the session. As it's like around, I'd say it's honestly like 2 p.m. in the second half of the day. Lunch is over, that sort of deal. So we end the session after Oh My Goshu gives off that sort of thing. There's like classmates muttering and stuff like that, being excited about potentially being able to get into the tuning exams without even having to do the requirements beforehand. As that happens, the door slams open, and you guys see hold up. You guys see Hakano Kaguya clad in her full plate, like, knight armor, that sort of deal. She's like sweating, having to like ran to class. And she says, "Good morrow, fellow children!" And then Oh My Gosh, she throws a pin at her head, and then that's where we're on the session.
Let's go!
She is someone I specifically want to talk to at some point, but that's beautiful.
We don't get the chat. She shows up too late every time.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Purposely.
I hope you guys enjoyed this session. We got a nice little back into the groove of things with the school year. And yeah, if you like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.